Alright, welcome back to Hoi 3. We are just about to invade Belgium, but I'd like to point out that the United Kingdom has landed a stronger force of units here, so good thing I brought these units up. They have roughly 25,000 soldiers versus my 33, so this is actually a pretty serious battle, because I neglected to put units in the proper places to guard these ports. So that's a mistake you don't want to make, and as you can see, I also have that problem here, so we're gonna have to rotate some troops from the front. Just gonna move these infantry units up here. There we go. So this battle, I'm going to add some air support too. Just to make sure we win. We also had some tech go off. I'm going to put it into upgrades for now, because the next thing I'm building are more tanks, and I want to wait for my tank techs to go off. Ooh, gotta stop doing that. Guess about where we were. Alright, so we're going to just keep going here. So, as we see, I have 4 units with 10 width. They have 1 unit with 3 width and 2 in reserve. So, I'm doing a lot of organizational damage to that unit. I could do even better if I circled around them. Not going to. I shouldn't have to. Just gonna watch this battle tick off. We could add another unit, but I want to keep these ports occupied. There we go. And I have more units headed up there if I need to rotate them around. Some units out of supply. We got some fuel issues. All of my units just moved, so that's gonna happen. And we took them back. So let's make sure we find our tactical bombers. Tell them to stop bombing. We're gonna move one of these units over here to Lubeck. Gonna move another down here to Rostock, and that should just about cover it. Sure, Soviet Union. That's fine. And now that port is a little better occupied. Yeah. There we go. So problem solved. There's some more units coming as well. I'm gonna move him down here, actually, and move him over to here. And back this headquarters up from the front. Who actually has no one attached to it. We're just gonna delete him. There we go, much better. We'll detach him from his. There we go. So much better. It's very unlikely they'd be able to get over to here. Japan still putting in work in the Pacific. Check them out. Invading English territory, invading Dutch territory. Not enough Dutch territory, but they'll get there. Invading Vietnam, which is a slow roll. But again, as time goes by, they've only been in the war for a month or two. Alright, now I have a ton of money. I'm going to turn automate trade back on, even though it's going to make all my convoys sink. That's fine. And we're going to invade Belgium. Alright, so let's immediately try to panzer rush across this border. Put in some support units. Attack with 2 units here to hopefully win that, support them there. And we're actually just gonna hold here. We're gonna wait for these attacks to follow through. Going well. Don't panic if something's yellow. It will usually turn green, like that one just did. Once their organization drops, the enemies. We're gonna go here now. Now that we're winning, because you always want to hold units in reserve in case things go poorly. And all green, enemy retreating. All my attack bombers are up north, so we're not really utilizing them to their greatest effectiveness, but it's Belgium. We really just want to keep the enemy bombers dead. That's the real key. Alright. Now he's moving these units in to reinforce. Excellent. The tank techs I talked about are starting to go off, so we're gonna have to find some replacement items. We're gonna research mechanized about 2 months early. That's okay. See French soldiers here. That's why we're holding this line strong. And they start to run. Just trying to get to Brussels as fast as possible. So a bunch of units showed up there. That's where we're really gonna... I know I have tech bombers in here somewhere. They don't belong there. So they can come up. Again, I had some units out of position. Not a big deal, though. Attack bombers with their fantastic range. Move our interceptors for air cover. That should take out just about anything they have. Just bomb everybody. We're gonna use group. So now that they've moved out of there, we're gonna push across hard there. we look at this... Oh, can't look at that battle for some reason. So we're going to attack with our flanking army, and they're just going to do a lot of damage. And they left this territory unoccupied, so we're going to try and rush in with tanks and occupy it. Garrison units are super tough on defense, but not particularly strong. Let's add a tank to the mix, and that should probably turn the tide in our favor. Check our battle. How much is our combat width? 9 width. So we can't add anything more to that from this province. See, we're being attacked here, but they're not doing any damage. We managed to take that, so we're gonna attack that army. Alright, so now our medium tank techs have all gone off. Losing a lot of men here, we gotta remember to fill that up. We're not gonna research any tanks yet. You always want to try and move troops. I'm attacking out of this province with only 2 units, so I want to move more troops into this province to take over when they attack move. Winning our battle here. Wonder if we can win this. It looks like a lot of HQ units. We'll see. 50% right off the bat. That's great. So we're not going to attack with this unit, even though it can attack. There's no red X, so it can attack, but it has low organization. So we're going to see 25 hours, 26 hours. So tomorrow those units can attack. And now that we're filling in this space here, we're going to attack there with them, and that'll increase that battle chance. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to create a united front that cannot be attacked across. I'm going to add this tank brigade to this battle. That should turn it in our favor decisively. Close. I'm going to add one more. There we go. We're just adding units until it goes green. And if we add units and it gets worse, we're going to take a unit out. That's war in Hoi. Try to preserve our manpower as best we can through bombing. But you're going to lose men. So we're losing this battle, probably due to air support. Yeah, you can see the ground attack there. Maybe I can move an interceptor. Yeah. There we go. A lot of planes. Let's look at our air map mode. Just bombings everywhere. So going pretty well. Him over here to try and shore up this front. Take our high organization units and attack Brussels. Gonna try and circle that garrison. Add an infantry unit to it. Bam, they're retreating. Low supplies there. They're looking okay. We're gonna add a tank to the mix. So this stack is almost entirely HQ units, so that's why these battles are going so well. Look at them all the HQs. We're going to try to prevent their movement over here by attacking them and locking them into place. That'll prevent them from enforcing this battle. Reinforcing, rather. All of our battles are looking good. That one's not so great, but not terrible. And that did it. We have taken Brussels. Soviet Union has taken Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. We've gained some IC, probably due to our reinforcement needs being taken care of. Alright, and Belgium should surrender as soon as the day crosses over. There we go. Beautiful. Gained a little bit of leadership. Gonna put it into officers. Alright, so now we have to do the same process again. We have to shore up our front. Notice we're still fighting French troops in Belgium, but they're gonna suffer severe penalties for being in enemy territory. Check our terrain map mode. We actually will put tanks in a forest so they can push across here. We have to shore up this front. Not a lot of units here. See, they're gonna manage to push a little bit. Want to make sure we secure these ports. Can't tell, is that Roosendaal? No, it's Antwerp. Yes. And I was just looking down here to see if the province had a port, which it does. Now the age-old question, do I attack Luxembourg? Probably. I just want to make sure I get this front secure before I add other units. Manpower is doing okay. We've lost quite a bit of manpower. We're getting 30 a month. We lost 50 or so, which is not good. Definitely want to take this province back. We want to take these air bases as soon as we can. Oh, we should just take this free territory if they're going to offer it to us. Attack that unit so they can't reinforce. Getting our tanks across this line for free is pretty great, because there's planes on the other side. Looks like France did not have a lot of units. Ooh, if we could have taken... I'd seen that. You know what, let's try the assault anyway. Made it across the line. That's fantastic. We're going to try to lock him into place. We're going to try and encircle. The Maginot Line is going to break soon. It's very exciting. Alright, I was gonna delay this offensive, but they've just left too many open spaces. They're weak, so we need to exploit that. Want to make sure we keep moving up our backup troops. We've got a nice encirclement going here, so we're going to move over with there. Actually, we'll move him there to protect that port. We're going to move along the coast, taking all these ports. Maginot Line is about to break. I'm going to push deep into France here. We got strategic bombers coming in, bombing our troops, bombing our forts. I think when I get around to Saint Dizier in Neufchâteau, the Maginot Line will break, and they're going to start coming across to try and assault this position, which will be great for us, because we're going to just pour across the border. They're going to try and push back where they can, but it's not going to help. So this unit is not doing great in this battle. It's heavily outnumbered. So we're gonna move that unit in. Improves our odds somewhat, and then we're gonna bomb it. That should help out significantly. Able to attack again. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to try and go around this river, cut off these units. Same attack. We're going to push south here. And you don't want to attack with everything because you need some units to be in reserve. We have a small hole in our lines here we need to take care of. I'm gonna push him into Saint Dizier. This battle going slightly better. Once this unit gets here, that should turn the tide. Full-on retreat across the board. And everything's going really well. I mean, my manpower situation, I could be a little more careful with my troops. But, you know, you can't play everything perfectly. And if you're gonna micromanage to the point where you're not gonna start a battle unless you have 100% proper air cover, you're gonna get bored, essentially. And try and cut off these HQ units if possible. Lock that unit in place so it can't retreat. Do some damage. 54%, I suppose, up here. Slow battle. It's woods, and he has a lot of units, so it's going to be a slow one. Make sure we keep reinforcement and supplies all the way up when we're at war. Ooh, don't want to do that. Never forget to move your troops. That's also a very common mistake. But we're going to move him there instead. Take free space whenever we can. And that battle is turned in our favor. You always want to try to plan ahead. I'm moving more infantry units down here because this front is about to get larger. Try to make sure your units always have... Well... It's all bad. Alright. Get some of these 3 stars out of Antwerp. Which... that has a port. I thought I put an infantry unit there. I must have accidentally moved him back. Probably one of these guys. So we will need to fill in that hole. You can go back. And we'll take the last port on the northern coast. Move 2 of these units down here so they can loop around. And everything's looking good. No major problems. England hasn't landed any place strange. Very interesting. And we're very close to moving in on Paris. Some supply issues here, as you can see. Those will get better. I'm not super worried about that. Just got to keep moving our HQs up. Don't see any major issues. So almost going too well. A lot of infantry about to come off the line, which is great. France, not very much surrendered, but if we look at our VP map mode, I haven't gotten much yet. A lot of their victory points are tied up in the Maginot Line, which I'm counting on just running shortly, and then I could just walk across and, you know, problem solved. Alright, so you never want to deploy units on your front, so I'm going to create a reserve kind of back in this area here. That way they can move to where I need them. And we're going to start building medium tanks. I'm going to check when mechanized isn't going to be done until late next year, so we don't have to wait for that. So we're going to go armor, motorized, armored car. Unless self-propelled artillery is almost done. Oh, I haven't started that yet because I'm... Yes. So yeah, we'll go with our standard armor, motorized, armored car. Build 2 of those. Alright. Keep moving our HQs down. cross this river with our infantry. Let's attack there to see what happens. Not good. But we're gonna leave that attack because this battle's almost done and we'll be able to loop around and hit them. We're essentially just locking them into place. Add another attack there. Then we'll attack south with him, then across there, and that should just about push that entire line back. Again, I didn't know I still had a boat alive. Very interesting. Very light on this front because I left units here, but that's okay because they're gonna arrive from here and sweep across France. And problem solved there. I might be able to just push across. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna go well. That'll help a little. I know I have interceptors around here somewhere. For rebase. They're almost dead, so we're gonna make them rest. And a ton of units finished. And we're gonna build those tanks. Remember, we're gonna set up divisions of 4, or corps of 4. So we've got some units that should not be attached to the units they are. Oop. Slight bug, I can't click on him, but I can hover click. There we go, a little better. Alright, looking good. We have 2 bad battles going here, but that's okay. That's somewhat intentional. Oh, and he ran, so we won that one, even though we probably shouldn't have. Alright, and we're going to start sweeping towards France. And by sweeping towards France, I of course meant Paris. Making some progress. A little slow going, but I had way less units than I normally would have due to a couple heavy plane builds, interceptor builds. Alright, and they're running. We can just walk across. Did not intend to do that, but that's okay. I meant to have him attack there, but shouldn't be a significant problem. Oh. That's fine. You know, we're losing some men. We've had some costly attacks, but that's alright. Deep push here. That's fantastic. It's a little sloppy on my part, but not terrible. Oops, left something empty there. Attacking guards, not always the best idea. Oh, can't believe I left that open. We'll just attack back and shore up our front by making a straight line across here. Light techs going off. We're actually going to stop those, because I probably won't be building many more light tanks. We're going to research more medium tanks. Oh, no, I'm not. 41. 41 is the key here. Alright. Get our leadership. Get our steel production for sure. We'll just research all of these, actually. We need resources. Oh, alright, so we have a pretty good front going. No English landings, which is great. We're about to start our assault on Paris. Check our surrender progress here. Not great, because we haven't taken any of these units. Push back into Nancy. We do have an open province there we'll have to fill. Problem solved. And really what we want to do is we want to encircle Paris, which we just about have. We do have a little open space up here, but not too much to worry about. Now that these units have some organization, we're going to move them down to this area. I could have deployed them a little bit closer, but I was being extra cautious. Make sure we have our doctrines going. At least all of the important ones. Definitely want that. Got some fighting going on over here. Almost have Paris encircled. So we're winning this battle, so I feel confident attacking here. We'll actually stop that movement. We'll see how this goes. We'll add him to the fight. This battle's not going great. Let's see. Oh, oops. Did not realize I was still clicked on a unit. Oop. Let's attack the Maginot Line and see if we can pull a victory off here. Strong force up here. We're going to move this unit down to reinforce and leave a pretty wide open flank. But these units are coming down to fill that hole. Beautiful. Now we can research self-propelled artillery, which is a great unit. Alright. A big squad of interceptors here that have not done much yet, so they should have some success. Alright, won this battle. Gonna cross the Thames. That's not the Thames, I know. We have a nice solid front here. Techs continue to go off. We have a deep push into French territory here. We're gonna circle back around. We're gonna hope these troops get here before anything terrible happens and they flank around me. That would be unfortunate. But it's a risk I'm willing to take. Perfect. Wide open province. Not great battles going on here. I'm gonna reinforce from here. Which is a risky move because my front is pretty small here. Oop, that's actually a... Oh, that works out. Perfect. You can see attacking here, flanked them, ignored the river crossing. Oh, and we took the Maginot Line. So now we have to fill in this gap. And now we have these units encircled, which is great. We're bombing them. I'm gonna move this unit into the front. And we are going to attack. Their supplies will start to dwindle. The Paris is trying to escape, which is a good move. We're going to attack from opposite fronts. We're just going to try to rush France, or Paris, I'm sorry, before they can do anything. We're going to fill in the holes in our front here. Units retreating here, that's great. Our heavy tank techs are coming off, that's good. Oop, I lost I lost a province here, that's fine. This isn't fantastic. These units really need to get down here. But that was my fault for deploying them so far away. So losing this battle severely. But if I move this tank up here, that should alleviate some of the pressure. See, they're retreating. Oop. What do we got? Salt concentration is ahead. Get rid of that. Alright, so you see they're abandoning the Maginot Line. They're trying to form a front. Paris still trying to escape, but we're winning that battle. We're losing over here, though, so I'm going to try to alleviate the pressure on that, which we did. That unit's still retreating. It's all going very well. Not the greatest of fronts on my part, but it's doing what it has to do. We're now winning the Battle of Paris. They're retreating from further sections of the Maginot Line. And we have taken Paris. So now, these units have arrived, we can kind of get them going here. We have some more units. I'm going to deploy them closer this time. Move this section. They're going to strategically redeploy down there. Oops, I should have clicked that the other way. It would have worked better. We'll strategically redeploy them as well. Alright. Let's check surrender progress. 61%. We just need a few more provinces. So we're going to stop our movements here. And we're going to keep the attack up. Now we can attack with a little more gusto. Ooh, I let this 4-star get a little too far away. We're going to move him down here. Alright. Winning this battle here. %71%. We've taken both of these territories, so now this opens up a huge line of attack. The rest of the Maginot Line is going to fall in just a few moments. We do have some supply issues because I let my HQs get a little out of hand. So, especially that HQ. We also have to move this 4-star a little closer. We'll move him down here. Make sure we're covering these ports. Let's check our victory points. This is going to net us some victory points. We definitely want Orleans. Notice there's no British troops at all in France. Just waiting for those troops to cross. Ton of doctrines going off. That's great. That gets us a lot of points into officers, which we can readjust later. Checked our victory points. We want to get Blois. Keep pushing. Definitely want these Maginot Line provinces. Oop, get broken pop-up there. I think OBS is causing some issues. I saw some units with blank officer faces. Things like that. That's okay. This session is almost done. Keep building tanks. We actually have a decent amount, so we're going to build our first heavy armor brigade. Same build. We're just going to run him up there. Start building Fortress Europe. Oop, I left Le Havre open. We'll have to fill that. I have no units in Paris, so we'll have to do something about that as well. This can be our Paris HQ. Alright. Almost there. I know the session's running a little long, but I just want to finish this war. Ooh, see a lot of bugs. Oop. And I have crashed. I really hope I had an autosave.